Hi, my name is Allison Woodland, and I'm here with Darshana Mehta. We are the graphic design interns for the Next Mile project. Today we're going to be covering several different topics around graphic design, including branding for your organization, creating a style guide. Darshana is going to go over a basic Photoshop tutorial to creating a successful one-pager, and then we're going to talk about what creates a successful design. So what is branding? Essentially, branding is you. It's your name, your symbol, your design. It's all these things that tell your story. And it's what's going to help separate you and make you an individual. And there are 3 branches of branding to focus on when creating your brand. Part 1 is the brand graphics, which is what Darshana and I relate to. That's looking at aspects of color, graphics, typography, your logo, different symbols, even your photography to create your brand. Then there's the part of brand content, where that's your concepts and ideas, your messages, your philosophy, your story, those kinds of concepts to create your brand. And finally is the brand style, which includes the type of language you're going to be using, the tone of voice that you'll use, and even the type of vocabulary that you choose to use in distinguishing your brand from the rest. So why branding and having a style guide is important for your organization is essentially because it's what helps to identify you in a group, and it helps to tell your story completely and fully. A style guide is important in supporting your brand because it's going to help future design interns, especially at the Next Mile project where there's interns coming in and out. Having a set-in-stone style guide to keep rules by is important for the future designers to be able to create consistent work. And in that, it's going to keep you organized because you will always have a reference to refer back to. Now I'm going to go through a sample style guide that we found from the nonprofit organization American Red Cross. So the first part of the style guide is the logo suite, where you'll see they have all the different variations of their logo, but they're very specific in when you can use that logo, what size it needs to be at, the space of dimension around the logo. It's very specific, so it can be very consistent across a basis of all your print work and web work. This next part is a breakdown of the different colors that the Red Cross uses, and it shows the primary colors that they use, the additional neutral colors you can choose from, and then a group of secondary colors. And what's great about this style guide is that they identified each color with a code, so it's exact. They can always refer back to it, and it's never going to vary. It's never going to be a different variation of red. It's going to be that exact red. So again, consistency for future designers and keeping yourself organized. This last part is showing the different ways that they use typography and the tone of voice that they'll use when writing. So here it indicates the name of the typeface that they used, the weight that they use, and essentially the rules for using that typeface. For example, they state that they use Georgia regular typeface and only for storytelling, as shown in their tone of voice section. It wouldn't be used somewhere else. And other parts of a style guide that you may want to include that wasn't shown here would be how you shoot your photography, the tone of your photography, the subject matter. That's just another additional part that you might want to have on their style guide. So again, reiterating consistency. So now Darshana is going to go through some Photoshop basics. We're going to look at the interface of Photoshop. We're going to look at basic tools, and then she's going to go step by step into making a one-pager.